Hello, my name is Benjamin Kallenberg. I am the site creator of consciousazine.net. This video is called The Age of Evolution and Technology. So what's interesting is that technology is not just some new age enslavement, transhumanistic, evil agenda. Remember that everything is neutral, but it can be used for good or it can be used for evil, just like everything else. So what's interesting and what I was just thinking about that made me or prompted me to make this video was the idea of evolution itself. And the whole idea of going into an age of evolution now, not just associated with an Aquarian precession of equinox. That's small time. I'm talking much larger cycle of universe 2 of creation. And, coming out of the dark age, this first 20 billion year cycle of reactionary universe 1 pre-2012. Now we're into reactionary universe 2. Creationary universe 2. Sorry, it's like 40 kilometers an hour wind here today. My tent is just being blown apart. Oh, it's crazy. Alright, what was I saying? Sorry. I'm talking about a much larger cycle than just, the New Age agenda and transhumanism technology, because I was thinking about that and thinking about how it could possibly be a natural phenomena. I thought, are there any markings of a natural phenomena here? I thought, well, it would make sense for it to come through us. Technology. Well, why so? Because I thought, the mammalian brain or the mammals came through the reptiles. The dinosaurs came first, right? And the mammalian brain is, after the reptilian brain. And then, the new evolved cortical cortex or the human brain is after the mammalian brain. So each has evolved through the other. That's just the path of, physical manifestation. And I was thinking, well then obviously it makes sense that the technology comes through us. And has it not come out of us? It has come exactly out of us. It didn't come springing from a deep hole in nature, did it? Technology came through our minds. It's our extension of the humans, right? That's what I'm saying. So it's not just, you don't just look at this stuff all evil. It's the same with how I'm talking about this universe is not Mr. Bad Guy universe. We're going to talk about that, this whole concept of this being Lucifer's universe. Because there's something in that, because lower crude light, I've had an epiphany on it, but I'm waiting for more information. But I still don't think that it's, just bad guy universe. And yes, it's simulatory. But if you say it's a simulation, it takes all of your power away. That's equivalent to taking your spirit away. Do you understand? It's always about empowering yourself, not disempowering yourself. With all of these philosophies. That's how you know if the dark side is peddling it or not. Because if the dark side is peddling it, it sounds dark and ominous and only that. Okay? So some of these channels on YouTube are immediately visible via the aforementioned. They make it seem all dark and dreary. Anyway, so, it's the same thing with technology. It's neutral, in fact, but we can use it to wield positive or negative. bad or good, so to speak, you know. So yeah, I was just thinking about, you know, it's not just be afraid of technology. I thought I already faced this battle pre-eschaton, by the way, and now people are talking about it. You're lagging. You're lagging many, many years by saying, you know, technology and transhumanism. That's not even something, you know, we're discussing anymore because that's so 10 years ago. But then you move past it like I've just talked about moving past it. You know, how it's actually, there's a very natural phenomena there of it coming through us. Just like I mentioned before, you know, the previous platform of creation has to be, you know, navigated through for a new creation to pop out. That's all it is. And, you know, I thought I faced this years and years ago with the hippies at, like, you know, in the mountains at North New South Wales and all that in Australia. I thought I faced it there, that, you know, they were just anti-technology, sort of that whole too far left, I guess. It's, in my opinion, a too far left, you know, it's too unbalanced. That whole anti-technology hippie aspect. So, you know, apparently I haven't faced that down. It's still around. And yeah, it's moved to a new ontos of just locating itself next to the nomenclature of transhumanism. And monikers like that, monikers like, you know, they want to take us into unhuman or inhuman forms, you know, and that's why technology is being pushed. No, that's not why technology is being pushed, you know, by some people perhaps, yeah. But in general, the Illuminati, all those people, they're not in control like they think they are. Actually, the universe is in control, you know, and it's always forward motion, and it's, you know, we're always going through the negative to get to the positive, you know, kind of magnetically speaking. And I don't think we should just view technology as, again, something to steer clear of. I mean, I'm as Earth as they come. I'm super Earth. Look at me, I'm in a tent here in the wind. I am Earthman, alright? Forget about saying, oh, you're just, you know, too skewed that way. Because clearly, no, I'm not just technological because I've done a degree in technology. You know, I've surfed my whole life. I've run around barefoot. I'm a bush kid, you know, and I'm still here camping now. So I love it. But, so you can't say, you know, you're just technologically minded, because that's untrue. So yeah, I just want to bring in the balance idea of it, you know. To some people, I guess this might be obvious, but to other people, I think you guys are going over the top with the negativity slant viewpoint or perspective, and that you're not seeing the larger picture, essentially. You know, of course it's going to be beneficial to have this idea of the super suit that I've been thinking of for years, which isn't just like the Iron Man suit or something like that. It's something much more, not fragile, but thin and nanotech, and mobile and living. You know, it's something much more living, like a new exo layer for our body that's actually in harmony, you know, when it epitomizes as its epitome resonance of itself, when it's in its most perfect state. It will be not just a suit that can communicate, you know, colors like an octopi skin in a dust storm on Mars, where you might need that sort of thing. So someone actually can see your, you know, your physical emotions and thinking on your skin. But, you know, it'll have, you know, nutritional benefits like, you know, nutritional cell delivery via the skin of nutrition. So maybe every hour your skin suit, you know, pumps out some water or some vitamin A, you know? So it won't just be all that. It'll be a protective suit. It won't be just a clunking mess like the Iron Man movie, though. It won't be some clunking mess like that. It'll be much more refined. You know, when they say that technology is in its, super state when it's seamless, when it's indistinguishable from reality, well, that's at the point where you don't have to necessarily lose reality, because you have the concept of what reality was before it came. Are you not a minded being? You know? So, yeah, that's going to be a problem. People are going to lose themselves in technology. They're going to lose themselves. That's the organic portals. You know, souled human, a proper soul, shouldn't be losing their spirit, you know, in anything, so to speak. But, you know, in technology, I mean. So we shouldn't lose our mind completely in technology if we're a soul human. So there shouldn't really be too much of a worry, just an awareness. A little bit of an awareness, but, you know, don't worry so much. Yes, on the control factors, when you have huge conglomerate oligarchy monopolization structures, you know, boding for control over all of humanity, then yeah, we should, you know, be speaking out against it. But, you know, the whole thing where people take it into their minds too much to steer clear of technology is not the way. The way must be through it. It's the planet creating it, you know. The planet wants to go to space with self-replicating robots, not you. The planet came up with that idea. Do you understand? The superintelligence that is Gaia, hypothesis. If we ever could laugh at the word hypothesis being tagged onto anything. Hey? Gaia hypothesis, okay. That's obviously an organic portal connotation that is hypothesis, because it's obvious, not a hypothesis. It's obvious that we're on a super intelligent being. It's a planetoid, not a planet. A planetoid, like a humanoid. And, you know, it's a super intelligence. And I think it's, you know, picking its path through the universe and through us. Obviously, we're like cells. Humans are, you know, this epitome creature of the earth, and coming through us now is what's going to go, you know, wielding off into space, and allegedly already has. We've got all these far orbiting satellites, or, you know, far reaching satellites and all that out there apparently. So even if they're not already out there, we will eventually, you know, push outward. Obviously there's an outward push to our evolution in all directions. So if there is a space to explore, then we'll eventually explore it. So, you know, my point is with this video that it's going to come through us. And it's just another realization of, I don't know, allowing it in a way. Yeah, sure, be discerning and careful and all that, but we need to embrace it, I think, a bit more, because instead of being afraid like a dumbass, oh no, a robot's going to take my job, instead of being that stupid, you should rather be thinking an intelligent thought of, oh, that's good, now it can take my crappy job so I can get a better one. Use your mind a little, you know what I'm saying? So we can keep thrusting forward, because it's the organic portal thought. The organic portals have that thought. They know they're about to be replaced completely by the robotic mechanical arms of the AI, who, might I add, is also not a bad lady or guy or whatever it is, right? The AI that's manifesting physically now. Yes, I'm sure it's going to start off pretty negative, stupid, and seemingly possibly evil. Who knows? From what we've seen so far with the introduced AIs on the internet, hasn't been so amazing. But my point is, that's how it always starts, clunky, and it gets more refined. So don't be afraid. And it's the organic portal stasis, stagnant stasis thoughts. That's organic portal nature. Right? A stabilization functionality. It's their stasis thoughts that are thoughts like, oh no, it's going to take my crappy job. Because if a robot can take your job, well, you know, it's not much of a complexity, not soul human job, you see, in the larger scheme of things.